Hey Junkies, it is Bob. Welcome to Friday's unboxing. We happened to luck out yesterday and we hit up Target hoping to find the Death Star escape Luke, and we did. He turned out to be at the men's department in a special Father's Day setup. So this figure is hot right now. A lot of people are looking for it. What we've noticed is that a lot of people are commenting on the paint application of the face. At one point, there was a Luke with a mustache, and since the mustache looks dirty, I'll let your mind run with that. Today, we will be doing comparisons to the new Archive series Boba Fett, as well as one of our new favorites, the Marvel Legends Beast, which just came in the X-Men wave, which we just reviewed. So, we thought we would give you a shot at this new Luke, see if there's anything wrong with it. It looks awesome in the box, but as we are learning here and we're really enjoying opening more and more toys, we've also come to notice that every once in a while a figure will surprise us. Will be a little bit more than what we thought it would be in design or sculpt, or something that's hidden, you know, that we can't really see on the back until you actually open it. So it's been fun, and we keep trying things out. Now, typical box here that we have from Target. Now, this is a Target exclusive, so you will see here on the packaging there is no number. Now, I wish at some point that Hasbro or whoever is in charge would actually put like a T for Target and then a 1. So we know that it was the first Target exclusive, the second Target exclusive. I think we're up to like the 7th or 8th, maybe even 10th at this point, depending on how far back you go in the line. Luke, we do have a caricature. It's never really a photo for the Black Series figure, so we do have a caricature of Mark Hamill here. Packaging here on the side. Now, I did grab one that was a little dinged up, so you can see the packaging here is dinged. We also have a little bit up here. So I wouldn't say it's the best one ever that I've pulled out of a package. However, it does have the right, I thought it was right for opening. And I will be honest, I solely picked this one out of the other one that was there based on his face. The eyes looked right, everything looked right. But a lot of people, and I'll post the picture when we repost this on YouTube, a lot of people commented that the other one in the photograph had a clean Stormtrooper helmet. We'll get to that in a second because I actually had an interesting thought on that one. We'll get to it. So let's open it up here. So he is not going back in the box, but I still have this in me to do it a very delicate way. So we're going to open him up here. The package of a Black Series figure is been pretty standard these last couple of years, and didn't even bother to mention that this one actually has a stand. So this is officially the second figure in the new Black Series line to have a stand. Now, it's weird that a lot of people are putting Luke in the same like wave as Mace Windu, the Battle Droid, Padme, and yet they don't come with stands. So this Luke, along with the Jump Trooper or the Rocket Trooper that you can get as a GameStop exclusive, does come with the stand. We'll get to that in a second. So, as you can see here, we have a Stormtrooper helmet. Very cool. We have the standard Stormtrooper blaster, and we do have a little tiny communication device. I'm interested to see how well this fits in this hand right here. So when I want to do the, will you shut up and listen to me? 3PO! When we do that, we'll see if it fits. Interesting, because I think if you put one of these in 3PO's hand, I don't think he'd be able to hold it. So, a little strange, but love the fact that they got it, and I think it actually has a place to go here on the belt. So we will take a look at that in a second, but I think it can go right here on the belt. So let's get the helmet out. And the helmets have been getting better. Oh, there it goes. And the helmets have been getting better and better. Sorry about that. So we'll hold it up here. So we do have this dirt smudge here, which looks great, and it does not rub off. So as we're seeing, it does not rub off. You can see inside here, can't really see out, but this looks as good as the Black Series helmet that I have that they've officially released that I can wear. So that's very cool. Now, since we're on the helmet, or it's on my finger actually, somebody brought up that the other helmet in our photograph that we took at Target yesterday was clean. Why is this helmet even dirty to begin with? Because Luke didn't have the helmet on when he dove into the trash compactor. So wouldn't the helmet still be clean up in the detention block? He took it off and then fought his way through. I mean, pretty much the ruse is over. So it's not like he put his helmet on his belt and then walked out of there with it, on. So I think it's an interesting thing that the helmet is actually dirty. Now, you do get a dirty trooper, which is nice. So if you want to, troop build and use Luke to put maybe with your Mimban trooper, this is a good thing that you can do. However, movie accuracy-wise, this is a question mark. Why did they make this dirty? It should be clean. Now, it goes with the whole rest of the figure and his dirty guys, but the helmet probably should have been clean. We got the blaster out here. I honestly think that every Star Wars figure should come with this standard troop blaster. Now, another nice little thing is where they've added this extra dimension of color here, which is nice. It's the only place that it really looks weathered. It is a flat black, so I mean, you have to think it wouldn't be too weathered if it was actually a Stormtrooper's gun on the Death Star. Now, if we bring out Boba's gun, this is why I like to have the extra figures with us. If you look at Boba's gun, very weathered. Never noticed how much of a cowboy gun that looks like it. But they're both, this is like a brand new, and this one is very weathered for a bounty hunter scum. So that's very cool. So let's get out. Now this is taped in here. And this is one of those things that I wish I would have brought a little baggie because it's going to disappear in like 2 seconds. So I might even just tape it to something. But this is the little teeny tiny. Now look at this. This is the thing that people will be looking for and finding in boxes for decades. This is the little communication device that Luke has with C-3PO. It is so tiny, it is almost impossible for me to hold. So why would you give this to a little kid? 2 seconds, this is gone into the carpet, and it is gone. So, Luke is out of the plastic coffin. Oh, and so before we even get into our first pose, I have to say kudos to Hasbro. They gave Luke a holster. Now, I think all the Stormtroopers should come with a holster, and they don't. The Rocket Trooper didn't have one. The Snow Trooper didn't have one. It just seems pretty standard, especially if you've got a second gun that you're going to put a troop, you're going to put some sort of holster there so that we can holster this gun, and of course it better fit. So there it goes. So it's just awesome, and that should be with every trooper, that he should come with a holster. So let's do an instant pose here. His legs are really been playing around with these different ankle joints, and they just seem more difficult than easy. Now, let's see here. Get the arm going. The dirt application is very interesting, and check out this shoulder joint here. Look at that. That's nice. Here we go. Get that. All right, let's see how he'll stand without his stand. This is a new surface here for us today, in case you've noticed. Sorry that Luke seems so far away, but it seemed to be, I had a better dimension when he was in the box of the height of what was going on here. It looks like him. It really does look like Hamill with the slick back hair, especially after he's been dealing with the trash compactor monster. All right, not standing so hot on his own. The armor this seems right here, seems to get in the way, opposing his legs. So I'm trying to really, he just seems thinner. His legs they're not bulky. It's a great picture, though. It's a great thing. All right. Yeah, these ankle joints here, just trying to, see how that turns? It's such an odd turn of events. It's more of a ball joint than an up and down, so it spins like our ankles do, but for standing figures, it's pretty tough. So again, I'm going with straight leg pose. I hate it when it looks like he's a figure instead of being an actual person. So I'm going to go with the stand at this point, which I have not been happy with when it came to the Rocket Trooper. I just don't think he worked. So there he is, solo on his own, but he is not doing it. So let's stick his foot in the front one. Oh, there he is. We'll zoom in here. Oops. So there's Luke doing his stand thing. It's looking okay. So let's do the stand does help. These joints here are a little rough. So actually the stand is working. He didn't work well with the Rocket Trooper. It's just, I feel as if the stand just, there's no peg. So you're just sliding his foot in there, but it is doing its job, which is good. So all right, let's do the blaster. Now, as you can see here on Luke, we do have a trigger finger, which is right here. And we'll put this on. And I love the trigger finger. I think it works very well, and it helps establish more of a character feel and base. So we'll put it back in the thing. There he is. He's a decent figure. So let's talk about the face a little bit here. So as you can see here in the face, we do have a very good likeness of Luke. The eyes are not crooked, and that's all with paint application. So you've got to take your time, and hopefully you have more than one to pick from. But the face here is very good. Let's put the helmet on him. Now you just have a dirty trooper, which is, you know, some people, they want the figure, they want the exclusive, they want a kit bash, or they just want to do another interpretation of the character or have more troopers. I think as a trooper, though, he looks really solid. A good Mimiband trooper if you really wanted to do somebody dirty. Now, this is the tiny little walkie-talkie here that we're going to apply. So we put the walkie-talkie here in his hand. It does fit. So we can do the close-up here. So it looks good. It looks solid. It fits in his hand. Now, since, you know, we'll do a nice little 360 pose. A good idea. The hair is really good. What I did notice, too, is that he's got the grappling hook right here on his belt, which is awesome. I don't think that's on every Stormtrooper, but as in, like, all the figures. But it is cool that it's on Luke's. So why a grappling hook on a Stormtrooper that would be guarding something in the cargo bay seems a little weird, or the landing pad of the Death Star, but hey, there it is. But it's there. It worked for the movie. So another nice little feature here that I noticed is that Luke has a place to actually house this. So, boom. Very, very firm. Makes me a little nervous, but we do have that little communication piece right there. So that fits in there. So let's do Luke back on the stand. Kind of got him running here. As you can see, he's a solid figure. It's a good likeness. I'm not 100% on the stand. He's a little tough to actually make him stand up. So let's do a comparison here to Boba, who is one of our new Black Series archive figures. So there's Boba. We do these guys back to back. And Boba's he's been really starting to get played with a lot lately because he's usually featured in a lot of our comparison reviews because it's Boba Fett. So nice, decent sized figure here. Pan out just a little bit. So it's about that size. So, and they both have their knees bent, but you know, Boba's got a lot of weathering to him. I'll put them side by side here so you can get an idea of their scale. So works out very well. I think he's for Luke, I think the scale is spot on. It's a nice size. So we'll do a comparison here. Now this is a Black Series, obviously. This is a Marvel Legends Beast. And I picked him because, one, the color is just fantastic, but it's also one of our new favorites here at AFJ. So the Beast itself is a very, very cool figure, obviously dominating Luke in size. So let's put the Stormtrooper helmet on here. So that gives you a better idea of Luke and how everything works out together. So, thank you for tuning in, Junkies. We're having a lot of fun bringing these reviews to you. And keep checking us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have lots of new things coming. We're getting a lot more product samples from a lot more companies. So we'd like to thank you for elevating us in the toy community, and lots of toy companies are starting to take notice of us. So thank you very much, and we will see you soon, Junkies.